We've always believed that the best way to empower teams is through learning, continuous, connected, and built into the flow of work. That's why we use Adobe Learning Manager to deliver personalized, scalable learning experiences that meet people where they are. To truly prepare for the future, teams need something more: the ability to adapt, grow, and lead through change. Brandon Clark calls this learning agility, and he sees it as the most critical skill for the road ahead.
Technology is moving faster than ever before. And that means that the way that we are going to win in the marketplace is to make sure that our skills are at peak performance. And the thing that really helps your skills stay relevant is learning, namely learning agility. Learning agility is this idea of being curious, of growing yourself, of pushing past discomfort to learn something new. And we're going to be solving problems that there is no playbook for.
Scaling learning across a global workforce takes more than just good content. It takes smart integration. Shweta Bandy shares how they've connected Adobe Learning Manager with platforms like Workday and LinkedIn Learning to create a seamless, data-driven experience.
We've got the right learning data into the Adobe Learning Manager, so we integrate with Workday, which happens to be our core platform. I know that ALM can integrate with various other core platforms as well. The other big bucket I would say is absolutely critical to integrate with is the learning platforms, right? So you have LinkedIn Learning and some of the various other types of learning tools that allow you to take courses. We want to make sure that our employees get credit for it. The other thing that we absolutely want to integrate with is, experiences that we build on top of ALM. So we don't want our employees and our learners to always log into ALM to go find a course. We want to make sure that their experiences and their learnings are available to them from where they are. And then last but not the least, I know it's really critical for the learning administrators, the leaders to get the data on their employees, right? The journeys that their employees have been on learning perspective. So we integrate with various reporting and analytics and insights tools so we can tell the holistic story on the learner.
When you're enabling a wide range of roles across a global organization, one-size-fits-all learning doesn't work. That's why Jeena Miranda Moorkoth and her team built a custom role-based learning experience on Adobe Learning Manager, helping employees access the right skills right when they need them.
What we wanted to do was build a custom headless solution to sit on top, because what we realized was we did not have a consolidated and centralized experience that we could provide to our learners, right? So we wanted a one-stop location which would provide all the learning as well as all of the skills. So we designed a custom skills workflow and a role-based competency program, as we call it, which would allow learners to have a clear role packet, which is very defined based on their role. It had all the skills that they would require to perform optimally in that particular role. And they're also able to see the relevant content attached to each of those skills. And then they can move from a beginner proficiency to an intermediate and to an advanced expert level. So it was very clearly laid out learning plans and skills that allowed them to do that. And it was possible because we were able to design that custom headless solution to sit on top of ALM. So Adobe Learning Manager, or ALM, is still the backend, and then all of the data just flows there, so we are able to then utilize all of that data and provide better insights to our leaders. Adobe Learning Manager has a lot of features and functionality that allowed us to build that custom layer. So for example, when we talk about a simple thing like catalogs, right? It gives us a way of structuring and organizing our content in the backend. And because everything is clearly mapped to catalogs by roles that we want to deliver to, everything can be dynamically displayed in the front end.
Partners are a vital part of Adobe's success, but enabling thousands of them at scale is a challenge. Steve Myers shares how Adobe uses Adobe Learning Manager to deliver consistent, on-demand training that helps partners perform with confidence.
They are a large part of our success, both from a sales perspective as well as from a services perspective. So if they're not getting the training they need, then they're not assisting us on the sales side. They're not uncovering their own opportunities and bringing them to our sales team, or they're making mistakes during the implementation, which means we have to go in and fix it. One of the things that we would like to do is do more face-to-face with all of our partners. But 4,500 partners and hundreds of thousands of individuals kind of make that impossible. So we employ Adobe Learning Manager to deliver on-demand training so that we've pre-recorded, we've set them up, and we have delivered the training that they need. And we can do that globally, anywhere, anytime, any place.
At Adobe, learning is part of a living ecosystem that connects people, knowledge, and opportunity. It comes to life when an employee picks up a new skill to take on a challenge. It takes shape when a customer figures out a better way to work with our products. It shows up when a partner gets what they need to support their clients. It's how we stay ready for what's next and help others do the same with Adobe Learning Manager.